start with, how, if you can take us through the story of the origins of Tenyidie or Tenyidie script.
The script was developed by the missionaries, so I think it would be good to say a little about the first missionaries to the Angami. The first missionary was C.D. King, and he came as an Angami missionary in 1882, and he came, but there was hostilities between the British and the Angamis. So when the missionary C.D. King reached Thepfulhouvi, the first British headquarters, they did not allow him to come to Kohima because of the trouble. So he was staying there, but they did not allow, so he went to Clark, our missionary, in Impur. And after that, he came, but he did not stay long. And so the next missionary, it was Rivemberg. He opened a school, mission school, first in 1903 in then mission compound. There, in the school, C.D. King, not C.D. King, Rivemberg, thought that it would be better for the people of the area, that means the Angamis or the Nagas, to learn writings by the Roman script. But Roman script cannot exactly represent the Angami language. So he had to develop the script and the pronunciations of the script. Before that, the Angamis or everybody in this area, they had to learn Assamese alphabet, but it was Rivemberg first to see that the progress of these people will be better in future if they learn the Roman script. So he first got the permission. He remember God first went to the British authorities here and discussed about the need to have a script alphabet in their own tongue. And that they discussed, the white people, they discussed among themselves, and that they agreed that it would be best to have the Angamis introduced to the Roman script. And so, as I was saying, this Remberg started the first school in Mission Compound in 1903, and at that time, half a dozen Angamis were there, who were studying in present that D block.
Okay.
In those days, the Assamese school, the school in where the students study, they were in D block. So much before the missionary. So
what was the school? What was the name of the school that Rievenberg opened here?
Missionary school. It is a mission school. And so the Angamis also students, they learned Assamese script, and that's how actually the Bible came to the Angamis, or even to the Aus, through Assamese, whole Bible in Assamese. And after the state got a separate state, the state authorities or the state people, they thought that since Nagaland became a separate state and they don't have a common language except this what is called Assamese in those days, and it was Reverend Magosyeso who wrote in the newspaper, local paper, that it should be better named Nagamis, because we have become a state and this is not Assam. So the word, the name Nagamis came from Reverend Magosyeso. Now, so after Reverend Rievenberg started the school, asked the name of something in Angami, he will listen how it is called, how the letters are pronounced. Like that, he must have studied very deeply. The missionary must have studied deeply. Plus, my father said that he used to come to their seats near them and used to listen to these Angami students. I still remember some of them, the names of some of them. There were some 5 Angami students. I think the oldest was Kretsilhu from this Pikhel Kohima village. He was before he died, he passed away. He was the head Gambura of Pikhel Kohima village. Next is next, I do not know by age, but I think my father could have been the second oldest. Then Dr. Nilhuze, then Mitsa of Tekhel, Kohima village, Dushelhu, that Kessie, he was a great practical joker. And in the chapel, every morning the students used to have chapel. Remember, in this
Present chapel hall?
Reconstructed, the present one is reconstructed. It is exactly the same, but it is reconstructed. And one morning, when Revenberg was praying, Dushelhu was sitting at the back of my father, and when he was, Revenberg was praying very seriously, Dushelhu pinched my father on both sides. So my father, when the Reverend was praying, said, "Ah!" Reverend came quietly, and then they knew all the students at that time personally. So from the sound, he could recognize my father's. So he came, he lifted my father and threw him outside through the window. That's what my father told me. But Reverend, without asking anything, he did that. So after the chapel, after, I think perhaps after the school, after the class, he asked my father why he made such an odd sound when he was praying. So my father told him, "It is because of Dushelhu, he poked me on the side while you were praying." So I had unconsciously, inadvertently, I produced a sound. So Reverend said that, "Oh, is it? Then I made a mistake. I'm very sorry. Please excuse me," he said. My father said that, "Okay." The Reverend again asked, "Will you really forgive me?" So my father, "Yes, it is, I will forgive you." So like that, it passed. Another very interesting side story of that is, at that time, they used to fetch the water from a small fountain near present Chakasang church, Kitsubozu, and they used to take the water from there. And because the British people were still not very comfortable to leave the missionary alone here, so they gave him a guard from, I will later on tell, I am forgetting the name of the army, the soldiers, Dogra regiment. One guard from Dogra regiment was given to be the personal guard of the missionary. And the missionary and his personal guard went on very nicely, become friends, and they talk. But after some time, how long I do not know, my father did not tell me. After some time, that guard told the missionary that he will take leave from his service. So the missionary inquired, "Why did I anger you, or did I do something you don't like? So the guard said, no. Then why do you want to leave service from me? So the guard told that at night, boot from that ghost from that phone at night will grow up very big and reaching the sky. And so it happens quite often. So I'm very much afraid. So that's why I want to leave. So the missionary told him that, okay, don't leave. One night, you just, while you are staying, you wake me up at night. When the ghost comes, you wake me up, and then we together will go and see what kind of ghost is this. So at night, the personal guard woke the missionary up, and the missionary took the Bible and told the guard that it is quite all right, we will go and see. So they went. As they went, the ghost becomes shorter as they reach the pond. In the pond, it vanished. So the guard was so surprised and so impressed that the missionary prayed. Before they stayed, they prayed. And so the guard said that your God is stronger than our God. I will leave my God and then obey your God. He became a Christian, and he was made to spread the gospel among the sepoys. So that is Revenberg. About the script, Angami script.
You were saying that he used to come and listen to the students. Listen to the students, how they speak, how they pronounce. He will ask something, so many things, and then he recorded the sound in comparison with the Romans alphabet, A, B, C, D. Murder, urchin. English or the Roman letter, U is sometimes pronounced as whereas in German, this pronunciation is produced by the use of umla, that is the two dots over letters. So to make it to represent the sound Revenberg put the two dots over the U arms and pronounce it as Then after ultimately he constructed the Angami alphabet. A is always A, whereas in English A is sometimes A, sometimes or like different phonetic sounds. But in Angami, one letter has high, low pitch, but it was always pronounced in the same, what shall I say, same way. Same way. Is always A is always A. I, high and low is there, but it is always A. All the letters are like that.